Whilst this isn't going to put me out of a job, Squarespace has rolled out something called Squarespace Blueprint. And this is essentially a AI Squarespace website builder. It takes users through a set of questions, and based on the answers of those questions, it will show you a starting point that it thinks is perfect for you. And I think this is great because Squarespace is an industry leader when it comes to the templates that they offer. Now, a quick caveat, these templates are all different versions of one template. So the older version of Squarespace was confined to lots of different templates and it was a bit clunky. But the new version is essentially one blank slate and you can customize that to whatever you want. So these new templates are essentially just a customization of that one template. Hopefully that makes sense. What I'm trying to say is the possibilities are endless. Don't think you're confined to the starter point that Squarespace gives. Anyway, tangent. What Squarespace is doing here is using AI to build you a site based on your preferences. Now, it might not get it perfect, but it's a great starting point to get the creative juices flowing, get those cogs spinning, and get you on the road to getting a site online as quick as possible. Because as they say, a website makes it real, and you don't want to spend too much time thinking about the site. You either want to hire someone like me who takes your answers and makes something completely bespoke, or you want to use this new fantastic AI tool to plug in the same sort of questions and get a really good starting point that maybe you finish off to your liking. With all that out of the way, I'm going to show you how to use Squarespace Blueprint.
So what you're looking at here is squarespace.com/templates/custom-websites-templates. And this is Squarespace Blueprint. So you see here that it says you're going to design your homepage, then add the pages that you need in the site, pick the color palette, and then choose your font pairing for the site. So this offers us basically a fantastic starting place. If we click Let's Go, we're going to be presented with this. And this is basically a really short questionnaire to get us to where we need to go. So let's put in demo site for YouTube and then next. And then we're going to be prompted with our homepage. So it gives us all of our options here. I'm going to add in this as our header section. Then we have all of these sections for services. Let's say I want to skip this because I'm not offering any services. I'm just showcasing about me. So for this, I actually wouldn't select anything. To deselect, you just click it again and it unselects. So I'm going to drop that, but then I want to talk about me. So let's add this in. This looks quite good. Then we scroll down and we can actually see the site as we go by just scrolling over here. So we're going to add some socials. I want something that looks a bit groovy, so let's add this. And this is going to have some moving elements. Then I want people to be able to contact me, so I'm going to add in a contact form. Let's add something simple like this. And then to finish off, we'll go with a footer. You've got lots of different options here. As you can see, some of them better than others. Let's go with this. Hit next, and then we can choose what pages we actually want on the site. So we can cycle through these, which is nice. I don't need a shop. I don't need services. I'm just going to stick with about and contact. But if we did want to add these in, we just toggle them on and then we can actually see them in situ like so. So let's deselect those, hit next, and now we can choose a color palette. So let's go with something a little bit different, a little bit bright. Not a fan of that color. Let's try this. How about that? There we go. Once you're happy with that, hit next, and now we finish off with the fonts. So Squarespace has, I think, all of the Adobe fonts loaded up, but that is something that you explore when you actually get onto the site. These are just the pairings that they offer straight off the bat. You can go way, way, way more into depth with the fonts. I'm going to go with, let's see, Fino. That looks good. We'll go with that and we'll finish off, and Squarespace is going to go ahead and make the site for us. It's going to then prompt us to give the site a title. Obviously, it's going to pull that from when we filled it in earlier. Click continue. Next, next, next. And then the site, as you can see, is done. So Squarespace has made an entire site for us based off some simple questions. We can check out all of the pages here. So we have about and contact. We can also access them through here. So this is what they've deemed the about page should look like. And here we've got the contact page. As you can see, it's pretty simple. Like, it's not going to be taking my job, or not for the near future anyway, but it's a great starting point. So things I would pick up on straight away would be, I don't like the size of the margins. So I think it was more prominent on the about page, but I don't like how thin the margins are. So in this instance, what you would do would be to go into design and site styles. And then this is where you can play around with all of the styles. So when I spoke about fonts, and then I said there's much more depth to them. If you go into the font family and browse all fonts, you can see you've just got hundreds of fonts that you can choose from. So don't worry if you don't see something that you don't like initially. You can always change that now. Back to where I was before I went on a tangent. If we go to spacing, you can see the site margins set really low. I'd probably put that up to something like 6, hit save, and when we open that back up, it's just spaced a little bit better. And it's as simple as that. So Squarespace is really adopting AI at the moment. They've also brought out something called AI generative text, which I'm going to have a video on soon. But they're leaning into making things as easy as possible for people to just get started, get something up, and iterate from there, because the best thing that you can do is just have something live. Then you can gather feedback and actually build upon those foundations quickly and efficiently. There's no point trying to perfect a site before it goes live, because you may spend months and months and months perfecting it only for someone to go, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. So you may as well use this, get a great foundation, get it out there, get some feedback in, and just build and build and build. So I'm really happy with this. I think it's going to get a lot more people using Squarespace and using it well, and just hopefully the robots don't take my job. If you found this quick tutorial useful, please make sure to leave a like, hit subscribe, and check out all of the Squarespace resources in the description below.